want this video to act as a guide, so I wouldn't want to sit back and watch this entire video again every time I wanted to figure out what items I was looking for. So here I'll put a timestamp in the comment or in the description of the video. We're going to do a speed round going through the colors and pretty much all the stuff we talked about today, just not in great detail. So let's start with shirts. You're going to want polos, dark green, navy blue, maybe a light gray. Be careful with that. You're going to get these also in other light blues. I wouldn't go too light on greens. Light blues, medium blues, different taupes is good, and maroon. That's what you're going to stick with at the beginning here. We'll go into other colors later on. You're going to get t-shirts. You're going to want to get olive green t-shirts, white t-shirts, and the same color palette we just talked about for the polos. Dark green, several shades of blue, and a maroon, you're all set. Sweaters. Get multiple weights for different temperatures outside. This is a heavyweight navy blue. Again, we're going to stick with the same color palette. It's all going to be the same. This is a lightweight maroon and a lightweight gray. When you get to the heavier fabrics that drape a little better, you can go with the light grays. It's not going to look terrible. Then we have the Henley. These come in grays and creams. 3 or 4 buttons is fine. It's a waffle weave, great for layering. I love it. I wish I would have got one earlier. Now we'll go into pants. Jeans, dark wash, the darker the better. No superfluous things on the buttock. Keep them not super baggy, close to the pants. This is a slightly lighter wash. You can also go with a light wash for the summertime. If you go to a store like Levi's and ask them for a light wash jean or whatever, they'll know what you're looking for. Corduroys, get a pair of these. You can dress them up, dress them down. Get them in this kind of a color. You can do a dark, you can do a brown, you can do a light brown. It does not matter. Don't go crazy with pant colors because it makes it harder for you to wear them with other things. Dress pants. Khaki, navy blue, light gray. That's all you need. Don't get anything else. Puffer is a great casual jacket. You also have that light brown jacket that I showed you. If you're only going to get one jacket, get a pea coat, navy blue. This is what you want. The puffer I got after this. This one I've worn for years and years and years. It'll last you forever if you get a good quality. If you need to dress up, get a navy blue suit. That's the only suit you're going to need for a long, long time until you start going into more and more formal events. At that point, we'll have a whole separate video for it. Navy blue, nothing exciting, very plain, very inconspicuous. Shoes. For the fall and the winter, you're going to get boots. You can get either brown boots or you can get these duck boots. That's the only 2 boots you're going to look at. They don't have to be these exact boots, but get a pair of boots. I like the higher top. I think they're more comfortable than the low top. Some people disagree. I disagree back. You need a white pair of sneakers. You can get any other pair of sneakers you want, but this is the first pair you're going to get, a white pair of sneakers. It goes with everything. You look super chic. You're going to get no compliments on them. No one's going to say shit about them. But everyone's going to be like, oh, that outfit looks put together. Why? Because you're wearing white sneakers. Black cap to Oxford. There are tons and tons of dress shoes out there. This is the one you're going to get. You're going to spend some money on it if you want it to last a long time. But if not, if you just need it for prom or something, you know, you can even rent them. But get a black toe Oxford. If you only wear it a couple of times, you'll still get your money's worth. Black cap toe Oxford. Make sure it's comfortable on your foot. These shoes will not be, if they do not fit you right, they will be miserable to wear. Get the fit right. Go to a store, have an associate help you. Get the fit right. If you have to put an insole in, you can go ahead, but if you get a good shoe, you won't even need an insole. Black cap to Oxford. Next in this series, we will be talking about fit, how to shop, hallmarks of quality, and the last little odds and ends so that you can go and shop in confidence and know you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay suave. So the first essential piece we're going to talk about is going to be shirts. I think it makes sense to start at the top and work our way down. I'm not going to go into things like accessories, so we're not going to do hats, socks, things like that. We're not going to go into anything like that. Rings. That'll be a separate video. It'll be a full accessories video. But for now, we're going to just stick to the shirts, pants, and shoes that you're gonna go through. So we'll start off kind of in the spring summer kind of deal, which for me is mostly polos. So we'll start with polos. I have here 3 different color polos. So this one here is a dark forest kind of green. Dark green, I think, is a color you're going to want to stick with a lot starting out. Really, you should have 3 or 4 of the same color, different shades or patterns or whatever, but 3 or 4 of the same color of shirts, pants, and whatever before you move on to things that are a little more complicated. Maybe 2 or 3, but you want to make sure that you have all these basics covered before you venture out, or it'll get kind of dicey. It gets a little harder, and you'll find yourself rather limited. But to start off, what I did is these are my first 3, and then this one 4 shirts that I bought. This is the forest green polo. It's from Ralph Lauren. I liked the feel of the fabric. It's a smooth fabric. It's not like a knit feel. So for me, it was a really good feel. When you're dealing with polos, the number one issue you're going to run into is the collar. For me, these soft collars tend to wrinkle. I did this one. No, this one didn't really wrinkle either. This one held up pretty good too. So a lot of my polos in the past, the collars have been a nightmare to deal with. You have to either iron them or do something because they're a mess. But the Ralph Lauren ones have laid really nice and flat. Your polos should be soft collared, not hard collared. You're gonna wear them folded, not popped like a fraternity person would. They're more professional. Let's not get flashy or anything like that. You don't really need to do that, especially not if you're doing a capsule wardrobe. So this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a forest green polo. You're gonna get a gray. I would probably, going back, I would skip the gray. I think these light grays if you're not a very fit person, they make you look fat. I personally don't wear this one very often because I feel like it makes me look fat. So I have it. As I go to the gym and lose some poundage, sure, I'll bring it back in, but I would probably skip the light gray for your shirts. At least like this kind of gray, this light of gray. You could do a dark gray. The dark grays are fine, but for some reason the light gray I don't like. But when it comes to pants, light gray on pants, really, really good. It goes with everything. I mean, you can see even here, the gray and the green. Gray and the green looks good. See the gray and the blue, it looks spectacular together. Navy blue, I would definitely get a dark navy blue. This is one of those, we talked in the last episode, the idea of you could put, you could take your suit that you buy, and you could wear a polo underneath it. This one would work. This one would work. They're both, these 2 colors are very easy to dress up. They're very, very classy. So these are great when you're moving into more formal wear. Those are 2 colors you're going to stick with. So as far as polos go, these are 3 of my Ralph Lauren polos. I like blues when you're starting out, so I would stick with a lot of blues. This here is a light blue from Lacoste. Lacoste has a very airy knit to it. So whereas that material is smooth, this material, if you feel it, you can kind of see, you should be able to see it on the video. It's a texture. There's a texture to it, and it lets a lot of air flow through, so this is a really cooling shirt to wear. I stick with cotton almost exclusively until I get to the winter where I pull in the wools. I don't do polyester. I have 2 polyester polos. I wear them when I go golfing, and that is it. I don't like polyester. I don't like performance fabrics. I find them super staticky and itchy, and I don't find them very comfortable. I have a friend who only owns performance fabrics. I mean, he works for a landscaping company, and so whenever he goes out in the field and does his inspections, that's what he wears. But and he's like, you know what? They're great. They repel the sun, and if I sweat, it wicks away really, really quick. If that's the kind of work you do, then by all means go into your performance fabrics and do something like that. If you're more of an office person, stick with cottons. I mean, you should be fine. I find cotton almost as breathable. And if you get weaves like this, it's really, really, really breathable. But cotton holds up a little better. And I think cotton, for me, it really comes down to the static. When there's that cling, and I get shocked when I'm touching light switches, that drives me nuts. I know it's more of a winter issue when everything's dry, but I still find these performance fabrics clingy. Like, they cling to the skin, and I don't care for that. So I would stick with cottons for me. Sticking with the tops, the next thing you're going to want to get is definitely t-shirts. They are definitely more casual, but you're going to get a ton of use out of these. These are from True Classic, both. These are both True Classic. This is a white one, this is a green one. I have these in dark gray, mid gray, navy blue, and then I have this green and this white. They have a powder blue. I didn't care for the powder blue, so I didn't get that one. But they come in packs. They're fairly inexpensive. The True Classic ones, the fit is really nice. Their whole idea is to be tighter around the arms and looser in the torso. So I think they make me look really, really good. So I tend to stick with these. You need these t-shirts even if you don't want to wear a t-shirt by itself, which I think is a mistake. If you're gonna go a clean white t-shirt, and that's a sharp look. I like a white t-shirt. These are all cotton. You're gonna want to have t-shirts to layer. These are a really important layering piece. When it gets to the winter time, if you're wearing a flannel, they tend to be baggier shirts. There's a little bit of room in them. You can put on a t-shirt. That way, this will wick away any sweat that you might have during the day, and it'll give you an extra layer of wind protection. So you might not need to wear a jacket or something. Or if you can wear a lighter jacket, since this will go and do a little bit more of the wind resistance here. Really, really nice. I'm a big fan of t-shirts. I wear them frequently, and True Classic are my favorite. We'll do a whole video on my favorite brands and why I like them, probably 2 or 3 episodes from now. But you're gonna want to get t-shirts. I also have t-shirts in like forest green, like those polos are, and then in maroons. And so we're gonna get into sweaters here next. With the sweaters, I have a couple other colors that I didn't feature over here, so you can kind of see what we're talking about with the color choices here. Okay, so before we get into the sweaters, I almost forgot about Henley shirts. These are long sleeve, 3 or 4 button waffle weave shirts. I have this one in gray, and I think I only have the gray. But this gray, this material, I don't know why, but it makes me look fantastic. I know I was like light gray isn't like the best thing, but if you find, this is why you gotta try things on. That gray makes me look fat, this gray makes me look fit. I look great in this. I think it's just the baggy kind of feel to this. This is a very casual, super comfortable. I mean, you could sleep in these things. You could wear these on longer trips as a layering piece under your flannels or under your puffy jackets. Well, you're gonna wear a shirt under your puffy jacket anyway. That was a stupid statement. Great for layering, really comfortable, especially when you're traveling. I love this these Henley shirts. Okay, and the last thing we're gonna talk about for tops is going to be sweaters. This here is maroon. The maroon I'm talking about. It's not too red. It's more on the purple. This is a wool sweater. It's rather thin, so you can wear it more of the season, the winter season, fall season, without you being too warm. Wool is itchy. There's no real getting around that. Wool is going to be a little itchy. The best advice I heard to deal with that is suck it up. Wool's the warmest thing we got, so deal with it. And I tend to agree with that. If you want to go and wear, heavier cotton shirting, you can go right ahead. If you have the wallet for it, you can get cashmere. Cashmere's soft and not itchy, but wool is super, super warm. And so this thin sweater, I mean, it's pretty much good enough for most of the winter time. Even though it's a little itchy at the beginning, I mean, you get used to it. It doesn't really bother you after a while. But I thought I'd warn you, wool is going to be itchy. So but it's a really, really great insulating material. So if you decide to go and get wool, just know the itching does go away, but it's going to be really annoying for a little bit. But this is a great maroon sweater. I would say this color, get it in your shirts, get it in your polos, get it in your in short and long sleeve. Maroon goes with everything, and it is a excellent color to kind of give you the ability to stand out without making a big scene about it. Here's another. This is a heavy weight. It's a gray sweater. These are called cable knit sweaters. I love cable knit sweaters. I have these two. This one is in gray. This one is a little bit lighter weight and in navy blue. I hope you've caught on to the theme here. Grays, greens, whites, and blues. I mean, I don't know how, the maroons. And then the only other thing I forgot is black. Get black, black polo, you can include that. But these colors, everything goes with everything. It's super, super easy. One of the best combinations is definitely blue and gray. I think blue and gray goes really, really well together. You could even do, since I have navy blue here, you could do blue and the navy, or the dark green with the blue. That's a really, really nice color combination. Dark green with gray. Obviously, I'm talking shirts and pants and stuff. You're not going to wear, a polo on top of or underneath your sweater. I mean, you could, but I don't know why you would. So these are your sweaters. These are heavier weight, and these are both cotton. You're going to want to get some heavier weight if you're in a cold climate. If you're not in a cold climate, if you're in somewhere where it's warm, you don't have to get a bunch of sweaters. But I thought this was a good exercise for getting the extra color in there. Finding a way to introduce the maroon. So that's what we have for shirts. In the last video, I wore a light blue and white linen long sleeve shirt. I think linen is a great material. And if you're gonna get like long sleeve shirts, I think linen's great. I have here a black linen shirt. This is another one of my favorite shirts. I always roll the sleeves on these, at least almost always. But these are great. Linen shirts, they're super, super comfortable. I wear them spring through fall. I get hot, so I've even worn them in the winter time. But my sister gave me a hard time, so I stopped. But I'm probably gonna do it again. So, linen, another great material, especially now that we're getting into the summer. One of my biggest regrets is not buying linen shirts sooner. They are tremendous. So I highly recommend if you want to go. I have two from Banana Republic that are great. Gap had a bunch of linen that was great. I think Express had linen shirts, but I don't like the fit on Express stuff. I think it's built for a much skinnier frame than mine. So I didn't find anything that I liked. But they had styles that I really liked. So if you take a look at Express, though, they have stuff too. Linen is really, 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 really good. And it really is a lifesaver in the summertime. So next up, we're going to get into pants. We'll do pants, both casual and semi-formal, and then we'll do shorts as well. If you don't have jeans, I don't know what you're doing. Jeans are the most versatile pant that I own. I wear them all the time. They go with literally everything. Everything that I just touched. Dark wash jeans with a navy blue sweater. You look fantastic. Gray, fantastic. Green, fantastic. Different green, fantastic. White, America, red, white, and blue. Why? Because blue and white looks fantastic together. There you go. Maroon, were you curious? Of course it looks great. Jeans goes well with everything. If you want to do browns, I have a pair of brown pants. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be an outfit? You will look spectacular in jeans. Get them in a couple fits. These ones here are a slimmer fit. And of course they go great with the light blue shirt. These are a slim fit but very dark wash. These have actually lightened. They used to be even darker. Get a very, very dark wash. The dark wash ones is what goes with everything else. When you move into lighter washes, they still go. It's just lighter washes are more summery. You're not going to wear them in the winter, whereas you can get away with a dark wash jean year round. These are a baggier style, but not super baggy. They're more of a relaxed kind of fit, and they are, I would call these medium dark wash. They're a I don't know what to call them. They're not really a dark wash jean, but these surprisingly they go with everything also. They're a really, really versatile jean. All of my jeans are several years old now, and I haven't really had any problems except for the crotches, right where your thighs touch. If you buy cheaper jeans, right where the thighs touch, it's gonna wear right through. I had American Eagle jeans. I love them. They're like super stretchy. So if you get like the really stretchy material, they're super comfortable, but if your thighs touch, which most people's thighs touch, you're gonna wear right through the crotch. And then you'll be sitting there and people can see your underpants. So that's not great, but that's, as far as jeans goes, you're gonna wanna get probably 3 or 4 pair of jeans just because they're great and super versatile. So I would get a couple washes of jeans. They are going to be your workhorse pant year round. No matter what you're doing, you could put them with a sports jacket. They look great. If you want to dress them up, you can wear them with a puffy jacket and dress them down, and they'll look great. Jeans are super, super versatile. The darker the wash, the more versatile they're going to be, because you can go and really dress them up a little bit more. But if you get a light wash, they're going to look great in the summertime. And if you don't want to dress up your jeans, you don't have to worry about it. But I like to keep my pants on the darker side for the most part. I have a few lighter but darker washes for my jeans. I think it really gives you the most bang for your buck. About jeans, don't get them ripped, don't get patterns, no embroidery. I've seen a bunch of people, they have like a bedazzled ass on them, and I don't understand why you would do that. Your pocket should look like this. It should be a plain pocket, no bedazzled things on here. I don't know why you would do something like that. Don't get it embroidered. It's a pair of pants. Just leave them as pants. You look ridiculous if you have these weird emblems all over them. They then leave the realm of capsule staple pants and they move into like a statement pant, and even that phrase doesn't sound good. Statement pant. Don't ignore anything that has a weird pattern. If they have rips all the way up and down them, don't ignore those. If they rip while you're using them, I would even wear them as house pants then, I guess. But ripped pants, don't do it. If you're super, super young and it's really in at your high school or your junior high, and you want to get ripped pants, go get ripped pants. I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but it's silly. It doesn't go well. It doesn't age well. And once you get out of high school, I mean, ripped jeans is almost completely unacceptable. I even had at my work, they told me, you know, the wardrobe is jeans and a polo. No jean, or no, but you can't wear ripped jeans. That was part of the dress code. No ripped jeans. So, and that's a pretty relaxed dress code. You can wear jeans. So I would say skip the patterns. Always skip the embroidery. Whether it's cool in your school or not, do not get embroidered pants. You will hate yourself if you look back and you have a bedazzled ass. Don't do that. Regular jeans, dark wash, you'll be fine. Next up, we have corduroys. I got these later in my wardrobe and my journey as well. But I think you could jump on a pair of corduroys really quickly. If you got a pair of jeans and a pair of corduroys, you would be pretty much set. These can be dressed up really well. They can be dressed down really well. And they are a texture element. So if you're wearing a flat texture, this has texture to it. This shirt, it has like a waffly texture to it. But if you want to wear these with the good old white t-shirt, the white shirt is a flat pattern. There's no anything to it. It's just a flat texture. And you bring in the corduroys, and now you have texture. And so it makes the outfit a little bit more interesting. It's not something you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about mixing texture and texture. Nothing that we're showing you to buy is going to clash or anything like that. So if you get a pair of corduroys, you can wear them with anything. They're nice in the winter time. They're a little warmer. These ones are really thin, so they're fine in the summertime too. I don't wear pants most of the summertime. I wear shorts. But if I needed to dress up, I could wear these corduroys. And again, sports jacket with this, you look like money. You're ready to go. So I would definitely splurge for a pair of corduroys sooner than later. We talked about statement pants. These are a pair of burgundy red corduroys. I love this pair of pants. They're plain in every other way, but I got these because it was around Christmas time. And I was going to be going to a lot of Christmas parties, and I thought, you know what? I could just wear these with like a white shirt on top and some black shoes, and this is kind of it's almost like a costume, like a Santa Claus kind of costume thing, without you actually wearing a costume. It's a nice play on that idea. And I got tons of compliments. People loved it. But these are not something you need to buy early on, because they don't, weirdly enough, they're maroon, but they don't really go all the time. They're kind of, when you leave the browns and the blues and the grays in terms of pants, it becomes more of a staple thing. Like I wouldn't go and get like a dark green band, but it's a little too bold to bring the greens and reds or greens and burgundies into the pant area. At least when you're starting out. These ones, I mean, they work out fine for those occasions. And I went to a tea party where everybody was dressing up for, it was like it was my wife's birthday. We threw her a little tea party. And so I wore, these with a pair of socks, that black linen shirt, and she wore a red dress. So this kind of went with that. So, and you can do that with that sweater that I showed earlier, and that would go great. So, and you could do like a maroon monochrome outfit. But again, I have so many other pieces in my wardrobe that go together. I afforded myself the luxury of buying something a little more bold. So I would hold off on the other colored pants for a while until you have the bulk of your wardrobe done, and then you bring in pieces here, and then you'll find that things all go together. Like I bought that red pair of pants. Like I said, it goes with all my white shirts, it goes with my gray sweaters, it goes with my navy blue sweaters. It all goes, but it's a little bold, and some people don't want to be bold. No problem with that. But just a heads up, you can bring those colors into pants. It's just it's an adjustment that you'll need to make. And as you get more confident with your outfits, who knows, maybe you'll love it. So the last section we have on pants is for khakis and slacks, dress slacks. I only have 2 examples here. This is a typical khaki dress slack, and then this is a typical navy blue dress pant. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't think that's super critical for me to know, so I don't pay attention too much. But these are my these are the two staples. I also have a light gray pair of these dress pants that I wear. I wear that pretty frequently. With dressier pants, all the rest of the stuff that you bought will go with these pants. You can even wear the t-shirts with these pants. It's just a different style. I mean, right now you could wear that white t-shirt with a blazer and these blue trousers, and you would look fire. You know, it'd be awesome. No problem with that. But you could also take these and dress them up with the polos, dress shirts, whatever. So these are a great pair of pants to own if you need to cover your bases as far as formal wear goes without buying a suit. These are a great option. Or if you have a suit, you can take that sport coat and you can wear it with these pants, and then you don't have to worry about buying whole new suits. It all kind of works together. You can use your suit jacket as a sports jacket for the most part. I mean, some people say, "Oh, don't do that because the colors fade." I'm sorry, I'm not gonna. I don't buy into that. You know, if I wear the jacket out 2 or 3 times without wearing the pants, I don't think it's gonna cause me that much problem. So these are khakis and another pair of dress pants. So if you're gonna look for, if you need more, you need to be more dressed up, that's the way that I would go, and I think they will help you elevate your style in a way that's you're still comfortable, but a little more formal, and you can wear them to places like church, dates, dances, things like that. So next up, we're going to talk about shoes. I have a couple examples of shoes that we're going to get into. With shoes, you really don't need a lot. As far as it looks here, yeah, I have 3 pairs of shoes on the list. I only own 2 of them. The other one is an alternate, so we'll get into it. I have a lot more than these 2 pairs of shoes, but when I started out, I had 2 pairs of shoes. They went with everything. I wear them all the time. And if you take care of them and you keep them clean, you don't really have to worry about it. I mean, if you get a pair of boots, you can wear those all winter. No one's going to say, "Oh, you're wearing the same boots again." And if they do, they're probably a loser. So I wouldn't bother with them. Okay, so first up we have these white leather sneakers. You don't need to get this exact pair. These are just a pair that I liked, and they have these black accents. Black is a color that we've discussed. It goes with everything, so you don't really have to worry about it. You could do all white. You could do white with a color. If you're gonna get a color, stick with like. Actually, now that I think about it, these Adidas come in a green, a blue, with the striping. So I think you could actually get away with just getting the. I mean, I'm not a sponsor for Adidas, but they make nice shoes. These are super nice. I love these shoes. They're really comfortable. I've kept them pretty clean. I need to go over them. If you want to clean your shoes, and I'm going to do this later on today, just go get a magic eraser, or they have like discount ones on Amazon, so you don't have to spend all that money on them. Get a magic eraser, and it will take these back pretty much to brand new. These ones here are they're a little overdue. But keep your shoes nice, crisp, and white, and they'll last you a really long time. These are, again, like 10 years old, something like that. And they look great. A white pair of sneakers, it goes with everything. And for me, if you're gonna stay minimal, start with these. I mean, you could the leather sneaker. They're almost waterproof too. They're at least water resistant. I know if you go out in like the muck, and the rain, they get dirty, but you can clean them. So I mean, these are even good for the winter, for you know, if it's raining. I mean, I wouldn't step in a huge puddle with them, but they work. They work really, really good. So a pair of white sneakers are not gonna, they won't steer you wrong. You can dress them up a little bit, but if you're gonna go somewhere formal, I mean, I wouldn't wear these with the dress pants. I do not subscribe to the idea of wearing sneakers with suits. You can, because that's a popular thing now, but I do not like that idea, and I will never be doing that. I think you should get a pair of dress shoes for your dressy occasions, but we'll go into dress shoes when we do formal wear, because there is a huge variety of dress shoes that we don't need to get into today. So I would get a pair of white dress shoes, and for the winter time, get a pair of brown boots. These boots here are kind of suede-like. Interestingly enough, they have like a texture to them. I don't love the texture. I like to polish my shoes, and so this texture, I can't put. They're harder to clean. They're supposed to be low maintenance, which that's good for them, I guess. But I like the maintenance, and if anything that's labeled low maintenance, they still tend to need maintenance, but it's just harder to maintain. It's harder to do the maintenance, or you need something like a special material. So I would get actual leather and not bother with like this. These are Captain's boots. The Captain. Yeah. These are from Thursday Boot Company, and they are it doesn't say. I think these are the Captain. But if you get a pair of boots, you can wear these all through the fall and the winter. They're mostly waterproof, and you will look stylish, and you only need one pair of shoes for the entire winter. Now, that being said, if you don't like the idea of getting those boots, you have an alternative. I have a lot of boots, but these are they're kind of dirty, but these are LL Bean duck boots is what these are, and they have a leather upper and a rubber lower. Now they're brown. They're super easy to maintain. You just wipe them down with a damp cloth. The inside, the tongue here is sewn in all the way down, and it has what's called a triple tongue. I think it's called a triple tongue. So what you do is you take the tongue, you lay it flat against your leg, and then you fold the other side over like this. And I hope it shows up. There we go. So that'll show up. You see there's like 1, 2, 3 layers now. The point of the triple layered tongue is you could pull these tight on your shin, and the laces won't chafe you and cut into you. So they're really, really comfortable. They're 100% waterproof, pretty much up to the top of the boot. They are waterproof. I think it's even glued down or something. Great boot. This is the first boots that I bought when I was in college. They were pricey. They were about 100 some bucks. You can get them insulated, you can get them not insulated, you can get a lining. So if you wanted to wear them in the winter time, I just wore thick socks underneath, and they were great. But they're 100% waterproof. So where I live, we get a lot of rain, and so I wanted something that was waterproof. A sidebar: I had a friend. He rode his longboard to school when we were in college. He was coming down the road, and there was a pothole. And when you're riding the longboard, you put your leg down and you push to keep going. Well, he he wasn't paying too much attention. That puddle, he thought it was shallow. You can't really tell. And he went bloop, and it went about 8 inches up his leg. Pants soaked, socks soaked, shoes full of water. And he was like, you know what? I think today's done. And he went home, started the day over. So To prevent myself from doing that, I got these boots. Do I ride the longboard? No. But I also didn't want to get wet. A wet foot, that'll ruin your whole day. I think you made the right move by basically starting over at that point. But a wet foot ruins your whole day. So if you don't want to get the Thursday boots, or you don't have to get Thursday boots. If you don't want to get a dressier boot, you can get a bean boot and wear those. You look just fine. I mean, they're great. They are they're really not stylish. They're very like anti-style and super utilitarian, which makes them stylish. Go figure. They're super popular now. They've been popular for like years and years. So get yourself a pair of these duck boots. If you don't want to do the other boots, they're 100% waterproof. You can wear them year round. I got them without the insulation so that I could wear them year round. I wear them in the summer if it's rainy, or in the fall, winter with thick socks, and I'm good to go. So those are your options as far as footwear goes. You can expand that. I have tons and tons of shoes, but when you're building a capsule wardrobe, you need a white pair of sneakers, and you're gonna need a pair of boots. If you want to dress up a little bit, if you get the slacks, you're gonna get a pair, they're called black cap-toe Oxfords. And I'm back. So we are outside of scope for the video, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you to purchase these. These are black cap-toe Oxford. Cap-toe, you see this, there's a line here. This whole piece across the toe is a cap on top of the leather. That's why it's called a cap-toe. Put a cap over the toe. The cap-toe Oxford in black, it is a super, super versatile shoe. It goes with all of your pants. It even goes with jeans. If you wear dark jeans, it doesn't go with that lighter pair of jeans. It might, but it looks silly. If you have formal occasions to go to, and you do not, you know who you are. If you're going to church and you know that there's a certain formality to going to church. If you have dances, if you have conferences, if your work environment is a little more elevated, you're gonna want a pair of black cap-toe Oxfords. You can do brown, but I think black is probably the best bet for a capsule wardrobe. Just because I'm not super comfortable wearing browns to funerals, and I go to a lot of funerals, that's something that I go to quite a few times each year. I live in an older community. My church is an older community, so a pair of black shoes with the gray pants and a black shirt I wear that same outfit pretty much to every funeral. Sometimes I'll wear a suit if it's in the church and it's not at a funeral home, and I'll wear a white shirt with a black tie, but not black tie. I have a black necktie. But these, I think these fit in. I would get them. They're not casual at all, but I would get them. I think you don't need to get this pair. You can get a cheap, if you don't wear a lot of go to a lot of dressy occasions, you can go and buy a cheap pair of these, and they might, if you get 10 good wears out of them for $40, what the hell? But if you want to invest in a pair of good ones, I mean, these were expensive, but they're going to last me probably the rest of my life. They can be resold. We'll go into that in another video, but they are. I'm glad I put these in the video. These are important. I think this is really going to give you that versatility to take your outfits and dress them, because without this you really don't have any shoes that you can dress up. Now that I think about it, so these are important. I would definitely get a pair of black cap-toe Oxford. So when it comes to outerwear, your layering is going to be your best friend. Here I have two examples of really great jackets that you can wear pretty much to any occasion. This is a dark green puffer jacket. It's not super puffy. It has a hood. And this particular one actually packs up. If you go into one of the pockets, you can actually tuck the whole jacket. I'm gonna put this jacket down. You could actually put the whole jacket into a puffer, or into a pocket, which is kind of cool. These are really, really casual jackets. However, when it comes to outerwear, most places, you're gonna take the jacket off as soon as you get there. And if you're going to somewhere a little nicer, as long as what's underneath is appropriate for the event, you could get away with wearing this to a slightly more formal thing. You know, this is if you needed to wear this to church or to a nicer dinner or a dance or something. I mean, you would be fine. Would it be ideal to have a more formal jacket? Yes. If you can't afford one, I mean, you could. This is fine. It's dark green, and I've seen people wear them to anything and everything. I mean, not to suit events, but things where you wouldn't anything less formal than a suit. You could probably get away with this. It's really, really comfortable. It's good for, to me, this is at least, I would say this is a 3-season. Fall, winter, and a little bit in the spring. You could get away with this. In the cooler times during the spring when it's raining out, this is water resistant, so you're not going to get wet. Really great option to have. I love it. I've had it for a long, long time. It's really, really comfortable and really, really warm. And I like having the option of a hood. I got this one actually as a layering piece to wear under other things. For example, if I was to go when I go skiing, that would be a layer that I could wear on really, really cold days to keep me warm, and that's kind of what that jacket's for. But it's a light puff. I think this one's actually labeled. I believe it's 600. Somewhere on here it says the warmth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, there it is. So the rating on it is a 650 in terms of warmth, and then I think the higher the number, the warmer they are, the puffier they are. Now, if you only want one jacket, I don't think you can go wrong with a pea coat, especially in in this dark navy blue. It has a little dust on it, but because it's we're not in the winter anymore. So a dark navy pea coat. Get it in good quality, good material. It'll last you forever. You might have to do redo the buttons a couple times because that's just the name of the game with buttons. But this is a great option. A tip in terms of fit on this: get your pea coat. And you see how just my fingers are out? Get the arm length a little longer on your pea coat. Now they can't make it longer, but if you have one and it's along the arms, that's fine. When you go to drive and your hands are up, it comes perfect. So have it a little longer when your arms are down, so that when you come up, your hands are free, but you're not going to get cold. And it's also good when you're wearing gloves. The gloves will come up to here. When you pick up your arm, it'll be here. The back of the glove will always be covered, so it'll keep you extra warm in the wintertime. This is the best jacket I think you could get. If you go with nothing else, get a pea coat. It can work as an overcoat over a suit. It can be dressed down as just like a fall jacket. They're really warm, so you can wear them in the winter time with your layering pieces. You cannot go wrong with a pea coat, and I think if I was going to pick one jacket, it would be the pea coat. Full stop. Get a pea coat. But you can even forget the puffer jacket. I mean, this is it's more elegant. It's more refined. It's just a great piece to have. So I love having a pea coat, and I think if you're only going to get one jacket, get a pea coat. And then I'll have a picture of the next jacket on screen here. I don't have it for the video available. It is a very lightweight jacket, super comfortable, very plain. I try to get all of my jackets plain. I don't want when I eventually get a leather jacket, I don't want any patches. I don't want any big shoulder things. There's always, like, if you get cheaper jackets, they take the pieces of leather that they can't sell or they can't use, and they'll cut whatever pieces they can off of it, and then they'll just piece it all together and they'll make a jacket. So if you find a jacket that has like quarter pieces and they say, oh, that's the style, it's not the style. They couldn't figure out anything better to do with the leather, so they're giving you that. That's why it's cheap. It has all these extra bits to it. It's not just leather. I mean, if you're gonna get a leather jacket and you want it to be quality, it should be just sleeves, a panel on either side here, and a panel on either, and a large panel across the back. That's it. No shoulder padding. None of that. Any patches or extra zippers or whatever, it's just superfluous. The plainer the leather jacket is, the better you'll be. But for this tan jacket that I'm showing I'll show you on screen here. It is a great lightweight fall spring jacket. It's not water resistant, but it does keep you dry in the wetter months. I wouldn't wear it in a downpour, but when it's windy, it's great. It's really comfortable. You're gonna have a really hard time screwing up the jacket. It'll go with everything. It looks chic, and it's super comfortable. So that tan, well, I think they're called a windbreaker. The tan windbreaker is my favorite. You can get them in navy blue, black, so whatever color you want. I liked the tan. I thought it brought a cool color contrast into my wardrobe, so that's why I went with that. But that pretty much wraps it up for jackets. Now, I know we said we weren't going to go in any formal wear. I'm going to give you just one bonus piece here. A navy blue suit. It doesn't have to be super expensive. If you are looking for a formal piece, get a navy blue suit. The darker the blue, the better. I wouldn't quite go as dark as like a midnight blue, but you can go you can get close. Midnight blue is a very dark blue. It's a few shades off from black. It's a really popular color right now in tuxedos and things like that, because it's very formal. But if you want to go, with a really dark blue, I mean, this is a perfect shade, I think. But if you can get an even darker blue, you'll find it extremely versatile. It'll go with all the pieces that I've shown you today. You can break it up into separates. You can wear the jacket with any of the pants that I've presented. You can wear it with the jeans, and you can wear this with, if you don't have a button-down shirt, you can wear this suit. I've done it. I'll post pictures on our Instagram of me wearing this suit with polos. You can wear a suit with the polos, and it looks great. It doesn't need to have a tie. If you don't want to wear a tie, you can put a pocket square in. We'll go into accessories later, but you can dress this up real nice. So if you only want one suit, don't go with black. Black's pretty much just for funerals. You want a blue, very dark blue suit. No patterns, no anything like that. You can have a very simple 2-button closure here. You don't want super skinny lapels. You don't want super large lapels for this. Just get regular lapels. This one has flat pockets that can be turned into jetted pockets. It has 2 vents on the back. That's pretty much what you're gonna find for everywhere. When you buy your suit, make sure you go, there's gonna be stitching here, 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 here. There's gonna be stitching in each pocket, and there's gonna be stitching across this pocket. Snip all that. It's not integral to the jacket. It's just for shipping, to have the jacket keep its shape, and so it doesn't collect a lot of dust when it's sitting in warehouses. That's just for shipping, so make sure you get it. It'll be in a contrasting color, usually white or something like that, so get rid of that. And with that, I think that's all we have for today. Next in the series, we will be talking about fit, how to shop, hallmarks of quality, and the last little odds and ends so that you can go and shop in confidence and know you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay suave.